Hello and welcome. This is going to be a reading for the Pleidian starseeds for the month of March 2023. So we have Queen of Autumn on top of the deck. You will be given advice that's both practical and creative, and it should be followed precisely. Focus only upon the positive in every situation or person. We also have the Dreamer and the Polar Bear. You are starting a new adventure. Run free and take a leap of faith. Embrace this time of deep spiritual growth. You may feel called to act as a mentor. Find a new teacher or spend time with others who are also on a sacred path. So coming together with your starseed family, also connecting with your guides, finding those in your community, creating a community. The Magician and Awakening. Look at things in a different way and all will make sense. Don't worry if your progress is halted temporarily. Things will soon start moving again. There is magic in the air. You can manifest everything you need to be successful. And then we have 6 of Autumn and 4 of Summer. Your success and prosperity have allowed you to pay off debts, acquire wise loans, or receive a grant or scholarship. In return for heaven's blessings, be sure to share the wealth with others through donations of time or money to reputable charities. Your responsibilities may distract you from noticing all the gifts that God is presenting you. Be open to investigating opportunities that come your way. The Gecko, 7 of Spring, is underneath of that. Be assertive. Believe in yourself and don't let anyone take away your personal power. Trust that your inner guidance is true and follow it completely. Structure and organization are important right now. Don't be afraid to take on a leadership role as you have much wisdom to offer. So following guidance that's been sent to you, messages, being open to receiving those messages and following those instructions. So you have Lady Eowyn on top of the deck. Mirror of Galadriel and the Dead Marshes also came out. So, ability to act as a guide for others, devotional service, true knowledge as opposed to theory, following your shining path towards liberation, renunciation of irrelevances, the rendering up of that of little value in exchange for that of greater and more fulfilling value. The symbol of the marshes is that of knowing the way through a pathway, of avoiding enticements which may lie along it. The pixie lights that hover over the dead bodies offer no true guide to liberation, only enslavement and ultimately death. Only Gollum, the unloved child, knew the secret way through the marshes. The Mirror of Galadriel, hope for a successful outcome, the blessing of higher spiritual powers, positive outcome of events, the granting of gifts, a time of inspiration, peace, serenity, tranquility, a period of regeneration after the ravages of a storm. And the Lady Eowyn. The influence of a dynamic female in your life, being in touch with your own emotions, feelings, and intuition, yet maintaining the ability to act decisively when required to do so. A truly powerful female warrior who, in slaying the Nazgul chief, accomplished more than any man could have done. She lost her uncle, King Theoden, in the battle, and afterwards spent time recovering from the effects of the Black Rider's infamous breath. She was a truly dynamic and inspirational warrior who disobeyed her own king's order not to join the battle. So you have trust the timing on top. Not only trusting timing, but also trusting the messages and guidance that's being sent. Seeing yourself as someone you can trust, seeing yourself as someone that other people can trust, allowing yourself to lead and guide others. The Golden Children so opening up to the gifts and capabilities that you were sent here to give to the earth, to the people of the earth. So you've been sent blessings and abundance of whatever form you need it in. So trusting that you're being guided and protected on this journey, and allowing yourself to fall into whatever place you're supposed to be in. For some of you, you tend to, you're a sponge. So finding ways to release the energy that you have been assigned to transmute. And as far as being assigned energy, you choose to let certain things in, you don't choose to let certain things in. So whatever it is that you're letting in, you have to be able to realize where that energy came from and transmute it into something better. Staying grounded so that you don't project that energy instead of transmuting it. The Hadarians are believed to be beacons of pure, divine, unconditional love who see love in all people and situations. As a result, they can find it hard to have boundaried, interdependent, healthy relationships because they only see the unconditional nature of those they meet. The lovers of the cosmos, they dive in fast. They're here to learn how to love while in a separate body, to learn to love self first and then establish healthy relationships with others, to remember that the love they seek is already within them, that they truly do have the love all on their own. The message of this card is to review the ways you may need to establish healthier boundaries. Perhaps you're in a codependent relationship in which you may be losing your sense of self. It's common for starseeds to dive deep into relationships, particularly with those who feel safe and familiar at a soul level. Perhaps you're in a relationship in which you give more than you receive, or perhaps there's a certain volatility to it and you're always unsure where you stand. This card is assigned to do a relationship review and see what energetic agreements you've made, consciously or unconsciously, to acknowledge if there are relationships in which you feel anxious or powerless, in which you don't feel like it's safe to relax and just be you, to assess if there are any places of inadequacy that you've used a relationship to soothe and cover up. Do you lose yourself in relationships? If so, how? How can you develop a deeper love for yourself? Um, Not just romantic relationships, but maybe also assess any other relationships that you have with any other aspects of your life, whether it's platonic, work related, financially, um, materially. Do you use a substance at all? Substance abuse. Codependency is a very broad term. I mean, definitely examine relationship wise, romantically and platonically, who you're spending your time with, because scientifically, like, we're all products of our environment. We become what environment we're around. And sometimes when we're exposed to a stimuli or environment for long enough, we become that environment instead of who we used to be. We forget ourselves because we are so engaged and surrounded in the environment around us. So remembering who you are. Silver Wolf came out on top. That came out for um, another starseed reading as well. Unity underneath of that. This healing mandala brings divine guidance from Silver Wolf. The beings of this planet are in blessed times in that we are living and experiencing the rising energy of the divine feminine. The Earth's underlying vibration is shifting, and what was a mental masculine world is becoming a feeling feminine world. Our feelings guide us as each person awakens to the feminine ways of being. This oracle asks you to step out of your mental processes and allow your heart and your feelings to be your guide. Left to its own devices, the mind/ego will create a world filled with self-doubt. However, when you begin to filter your thoughts through your heart space, your heart will communicate with your sacred mind and birth a union like no other. You are also being reminded to view your feelings, your intuition, as your master teacher. Your senses are becoming heightened, so be gentle with yourself as you create and integrate with new ways of living more intuitively. Remember, your instinct is your trusted friend and teacher as you journey in uncharted waters. Silver Wolf is at your side. Moonflower also came out. The owl within this mandala is a starlight being who appears to those longing to understand and utilize their gifts at a deeper level. This owl calls out to the moonflower to remind you of the light you radiate within the darkness. The moonflower is a beautiful flower whose white petals glow in the dark. It can only be seen in full bloom at night and represents those that shine brightest in darkness. This mandala comes as a reminder that you are a beacon of light amongst the darkness, a darkness that is only seeking to be loved. This mandala also speaks of the transition you are currently experiencing. You will soon come to understand and receive insight as to the divine majesty that lies within this change. You are opening to a deeper level of yourself. From its depth, the night sky is your being. As your worldly foundations integrate with this energy, the connection to your higher aspects expand and your mind's eye awakens. The third eye visions are heightening. It is safe for you to experience the visions, feelings, and knowing that accompanies your new altitude. The world is in a great time whereby the mind's eye is framing a new perspective on creation, blending and uniting higher sight with the window of one's heart. As you begin to live through your new vision, you will create a world that you have only dreamt of thus far. Rejoice in your new outlook, trust in the guidance you are receiving, and allow the beauty of the night to be a guiding light within you. And lastly, the Wheel of Creation. The Wheel of Creation mandala offers guidance for new beings that are on the horizon. Big winds of change are gathering momentum and will soon be felt. If you choose to embrace the change and move forward with love, these winds will bring you great blessings. Additionally, this mandala comes as a reminder that as the Wheel of Creation spins, we are born each day anew. Within every day, there is a new tomorrow. Leave the past behind you and awaken each morning to greet yourself in the mirror with eyes of compassion and a heart that whispers, "Be true to you." Exciting times lie ahead. Celebrate the now. Doing so, you will color your future brightly. Surrendering the old and accepting these new winds of change, and being open and receptive to the guidance that is being sent to you from your guides and your starseed family. Hopefully that helped, and I hope you have a wonderful March.